So you want to know, how do you clearly articulate the real estate process in a way that doesn't deter people from wanting to learn more, have your time, or be educated on what it looks like to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Well, a lot of times it's making sure that you're communicating to the right audience. And that audience really is a renter, a homeowner, or somebody who is researching or somebody who is ready to transact. Now, we know 80% of people in our pipeline, our database, life in general, are in the research phase. 20% are thinking about or wanting to buy in the next 90 days. The struggle with that, though, is unless you have a lot of lead pillars and it's only your database, that number is very, very small, meaning a lot less than 20% because you're sharing a pool with a lot of other competition or agents. And unfortunately, you only have one audience that you're targeting, which is family and friends. So as we start looking at your marketing activities, we want to make sure that you can clearly articulate the research phase and the transact phase. The research phase is really searching for homes or ideas or thoughts when it comes to a desire to want to make a change one day, saving specific properties, which is actually clicking on the heart icon or saving or wanting to know more about a specific neighborhood or benefits of the area or the property in general. The next one is actually selecting a loan program or selecting an agent. You could tell that as soon as somebody starts moving towards selecting a loan program or agent, that is the verge of them moving from the research phase of hopes and dreams and searching online and saving specific properties. But that does not necessarily mean they are ready to transact. It does show interest levels. So if a person isn't searching online or looking at homes, you could find that most likely they haven't thought about it yet. So now you have to go to a lot of language that's really just around, in general, questions and asks about renters or about people that own properties versus the actual act of educating them on the home buying, selling, or investing process. So once somebody is selecting a lender or selecting an agent, you could see that this is the bridge to where then after they've done that, they have a loan program, they have their agent, is now we move on to showings. After you start looking at homes, the next appropriate measure or how do you articulate the process of transacting is seeing homes and then submitting off. And after you submit offers, there's actually something we don't think about sometimes, which is getting it selected. Remember, in competitive markets, there is a value proposition to knowing and having a proven process on how to get more offers selected, even though you're submitting a lot of them. Now, after getting your offer selected, you have a safety, meaning an inspection, a safety inspection. And then after the safety inspection, you have an aspect of savings, meaning the bank and yourself, the appraisal process. The nice part is now you get to close. So as you can see, there are certain steps: searching, saving, selecting a loan program or an agent, showings, submitting of offers, getting your offer selected, the safety inspection process, the savings appraisal process, and then the fun part, which is what's really special, which is the closing process. So as you start thinking about all these things I've called a process, they are steps you can educate, but they are also proven processes of skill sets that will allow you to articulate your value. So I hope that you identified, took your notes, and learned that if you want to simply articulate this, it is speaking to a segment of renters or homeowners. Are they in the research phase or the transact phase? And then asking questions and educating your value in each of those steps. Because remember, you're always selling yourself, you're selling your company, but you're also selling a process, because for most of us, we don't have a product in general that we're selling.